great. Sometimes I have to get it first. But it is nice. Most of the time, like, it doesn't help me in face of franchise though. Fucking half the time. Because you throw it to them, they either catch it and then they fucking fumble, or they catch it and it gets picked off somehow. And you're like,
but it
what?
is a chilly December day here in the Northwest at CenturyLink Field. We've come to expect in recent years as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Minnesota Vikings. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up
probably
past
could
the 20
outrun that guy.
and down at the 22-yard line.
Is there a reason I can't fucking change my... Alright.
Here's Dalvin Cook, third year back from Florida State. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Okay.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits.
I love how it won't let me change
right there.
my camera view. What the fuck?
On second down, Cook. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. Third play here this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Cousins the thrower. Completes it to the fullback, Ham. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 17 yards, first down, Vikings.
Can I change my camera view? Oh my god. Alright.
And finding the right guys to hide in that spot and increase their passing game, as we just saw there. How about the run after catch? Racked him.
Well, yeah, whether it's a true fullback or
makes sense.
fullback spot, you know they're going to be tough to bring down if you can get them the football in the passing game. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. To throw, Cousins. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
It's pretty good. It's 88. He's alright. I don't use him.
A first down throw for Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds.
You get a lot of coins.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play.
Yeah, but you got to do. There's like 3 more after that.
Not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
To throw again on second down, Cousins.
Wow.
Tipped and intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Come on out here. Come get some.
A toss play, Gordon. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, Wilson. Well, the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And they do finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 41. A big play there on the catch and run. 53 yards. So a slight improvement in field position, you might say, from inside their own 10 to this as they come up on first down. They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of
Can I
points scored
fucking,
in the NFL. So
can
they're that high powered,
oh my God.
You've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24,
fucking game,
28,
man.
30, they could be in some trouble.
I can't see
because
shit.
then you turn into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13. He'll find Metcalf. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. No score after 1 on EA Sports. First and goal, Melvin Gordon. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. Wilson. And that's knocked away and incomplete. Coverage there by the safety, Harrison Smith.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
They'll run for it. It's Gordon. And he'll get it only to about the 3 and no further as they stop him. Gordon can't break through against this defensive line. And the Vikings, they come up big down near the goal line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now second and 13. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he'll get this up to the 4 right about there, and that's about it. They'll get 4 on second down, but it leaves them with third and still 9 to go.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And he's going
Throw it. Oh, my God.
For the safety. So after a scoreless first quarter, we at least finally get some points on the board.
But it can't be what either of us expected, can it?
No, the safety's not what you expect for the first points of the game, but one of the goose eggs is gone.
God damn it.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Cannot fucking see anything.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, first and 10, right at the 30. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
Lets it fly for Thielen. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Adam Thielen with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
You said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And here's a good way to kick off a drive complete over the middle. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now Wilson. Going to throw again. Being chased out left. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Vikings pick up the football. Does the big boy have the juice? And they're going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return. A scoop and score for the Vikings.
Let's go. 2 big plays.
And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The
2
defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That's fielded in the end zone. Gets around him. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. He goes 105 yards on the kick return as his guys are back within a single score.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want him to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there.
Huh?
And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
Then you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
12 yards there. First down, Vikings. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now he'll let it go deep left sideline. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown 1 interception. Almost threw a second one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
On second down, it's Cook. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. On 3rd down, Cousins.
Throw the ball. Throw the ball.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to.
I love how Kirk Cousins won't throw the fucking ball.
Sometimes it's just a great play.
This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s. Back-to-back, what a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And now the clock reads precisely 1 minute to go in the half. You want to run the 1 minute offense? This is a good test right here.
It certainly is, and definitely not a time to think about kneeling and going into the half. This is a chance.
It got his man complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards.
Really upset I can't fucking see anything.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. Here's Cousins. Flush to his right. A deep ball for Dotson. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. On 1st and 10, Cousins.
Throw the fucking ball.
He's taken down. The former number 1 overall pick, Jadeveon Clowney. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Cousins lets it fly for Thielen. And that's caught inside the 35. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up. And we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 37-yard line. Oh, here we go. Oh.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. That one good for 24 yards. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 43. Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the 1st down carry. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room.
He's pushing too many buttons.
Of a big second half.
So step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this 1st down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. From the 29, Wilson steps away, and he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Everson Griffin in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. 3rd and long. It's Wilson. Buying time to his left. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Cousins on 1st down. That'll be complete to Cook. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's a gain of 35.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
Stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. A toss to Cook. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there, 1st down Vikings. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now Cousins.
Ah, throw it. Throw it. He's wide open.
Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack.
Throw it.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Cousins finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
A gain of 7 yards. And it's 3rd down. That's the end of the 3rd.
And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Cousins. Incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
The bad read.
So decision time now, because a field goal
that was a
keeps
bad
it a
read,
one-score game.
I must do a pick.
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They juked him. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said...
Gordon
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Damn.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
That's what I wanted. I got what I wanted and still couldn't get the ball.
Run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. Here's Wilson to throw on third down. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Forced out to his left. Incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Again on 2nd and 10. It's Wilson. Dancing to his left. Pass incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. For whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try. All right, I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit. Exactly you described.
That's my fault.
Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
That one goes for 30 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. Bust through the tackle. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Wilson being chased out left. Open man is Gordon, complete. Gordon loses the football. It's loose. And the Vikings pick up the football. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. 10. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room, where they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
Not a bad play.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. Looking deep downfield. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Steps away to his left. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Throwing again here. Wilson going for it all. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Metcalf once again the target. 3rd down here. Wilson will throw again. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Here's Wilson, buying time to his left. He can run for it, and he will.
Oh, how do you not get that guy?
The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. Throwing is Wilson, forced out to his left. And his pass incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw is Wilson, flushed out right. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Now Wilson. Dancing to his left. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. To throw again is Wilson.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Again, Wilson. Being chased out left. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The rookie DK Metcalf, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave them with a 4th and goal. Now Wilson on the move to his left. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. There's certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a 2-point conversion. He's back to throw. Steps away to his left. And that'll be intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety Harrison Smith.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Here we go. Here we go.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Cousins. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Let's see what you got.
On the carry, it's Cook. Well, they get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
50 seconds.
So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And say what you want about CenturyLink Field up in Seattle, but for my money, this is the loudest and most difficult place to win in the league.
It's very hard. The fan support, off the charts. The way that they make noise and understand when to make noise, they understand the game as well as anyone. And how about what we get in our media packets when we start preparing for the game? They have it in their own stuff, right? The number of offsides penalties, false start penalties that they draw against the opposing team because of that fan support. And last but not least, they designed the stadium to keep the noise in, and it works.
But not in this one. They were able to somehow come in here and get that victory. So for the Vikings, the win moves them a couple games over 500 now at 7-5. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, it's a loss that could wind up costing them a first-round bye as they dip to 9-3.
Good win. Good win.
As they head to LA
I need that
to take on the Rams.
I need that win. I need that win.